so many, these are the admissions that I have, now I'm going to stop the forms because anyway I can't admit.
We only print 200 forms, sometimes 300, depending on the amount of classes we have. For instance, for play class we have around 100 seats. So, and for nursery we have around 25 seats. So we don't print more forms.
Okay, so you stick by to
200
forms, and once they're over, they're over.
They're done, yeah.
So whether you get a Safarish call or you get a connect, that you won't take a call on?
No, we are bound. We do have to sometimes. We have to sometimes. I'll be very frank.
You know, because in convent schools, I don't know, in Carmel Convent, I don't know about the, but there in convent schools, there are about 5,000 forms that are actually being sold.
No, no, not at all. I think you got your information wrong. We just had 800 forms. That's it. So I don't know from where the 5,000.
That's what is going around. That there are 5,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
These are the
facts. Who are giving them the facts? We just sold 800 forms. And but even you know, so many times I get calls, ma'am, you sold 5,000. I said, no, we didn't.
So 800 is the capacity you have?
Yes, you can't just print n number of forms just
No. My question is 800 seats you have with you?
No, we don't have 800 seats. We've got only 120 seats.
And you've sold 800 forms?
Yes, because of the pressure. Otherwise,
then how do you decide?
What do you do? It's mandatory. You have to give it to everybody now. You know, earlier the system was different. Now you have to give the form.
So you have an admission test you made?
No, we don't have. We have draw of lots.
So then how are you going to draw out of 800?
800 people are applying.
Isn't admission entrance test a better idea?
There is. I don't think so. I think you should give a fair chance to everybody. We've been having entrance tests all our lives. And I think, you know, now with right of education, you should allow everyone. I mean, we've got
because you have something like this, then parents are going to allege foul play, their irregularity.
The pressure.
Then the rumors start.
Yeah, but the pressure is from the parent side, not from the school side. We accept everybody who works in. We don't have any problem. The problem is because one parent will go to every school, will buy the form. So the pressure is not because the schools are building it up, it's because the parents are building it up. So, you know, earlier we used to have only 300 forms or 400 forms. Now we've got 800 forms because there's so many people applying for so many schools.
Right. So once they get into this particular, so again I can get back.
Population pressure also, you know, and the quality of education. I mean, the number of institutions are needed more.
And if you go by RT, do you save that 25%?
Yes, definitely.
So that is also, that's an
we did it last year also.
It's mandatory.
It's all right.
And we're very happy doing it. Convents were doing it all along.
Yeah.
The policies have been formulated now, but you know, we had all our peons' children or all the other children were already studying there.
Right.
So for them, it's a new concept. For us, it's an old concept.
See, and another thing is also because Christians are anyways given first preference.
No, they are not Christian children. They are normal children. Normal.
No, Christian children. Any Christian. If you are a Christian, your child will get into a convent.
I don't think so.
At least like I can say,
I have
St. Stephen's has that.
My child, if I apply today, I'll have to go through all the rigmarole of asking so and so. But the maid's children, they walk in, and if you're a Christian, you'll get through.
But we've got so many other kids as well.
No, of course, it can't be all Christian, but there is a preference because...
See, that is maybe because they go to the church and they get more education over there. They're told that you should kind of, you know, teach your child and stuff like that. But now you have a lot of slum people also just walking in and getting the admission.
So you have about 25% you mean is saved for...
We've got 15% because it's a Christian minority school, but otherwise it's 25%. But we keep taking these kids all the time. There's no problem.
It's just like if in an SGPC school, it will give preference to the 6 children. So yours being a Christian school would
no, actually, do
you have a 25% as well, ma'am, in your 15%?
It's Punjab government has just adopted the RTE, and yes, we will have 25%.
But earlier you didn't.
My school is new. We are just into our 4th year.
Right.
And the RT has just been implemented. It's just been accepted by the Punjab government. We've yet to receive the orders.
Okay. Ma'am, okay, now let's just shift the focus a little bit. Okay, admissions are tough. Like they said, 800 forms out, you're only taking 150 children. At the end of the day, for parents as well, who want their child to have a co-curricular, they want this, they want that, they want the paraphernalia. If you have AC classrooms, then even better. Where do you draw the line? Where do you say, okay, this is enough for a child to get educated?
see, infrastructure should be good. It should be healthy, neat and clean, but that's it. I don't think we should go for too much of fancy stuff, because at the end of the day, it's the education which the child is getting which is more important. It's the quality of teachers that is very important. It's the curriculum that you're teaching which is so important. Teaching, and by curriculum I also include co-curricular activities and sports and a whole lot of other things which children do, and all good schools, all schools actually do all this. The infrastructure should be good, but that's it. We are not, children are not coming to a 5-star hotel.
Yes.
They're coming into a school, and children must learn to rough it out. Life is not easy. We can't mollycoddle them at all times.
You know, looking at Chandigarh and the Tri-City around, the schools are good. I mean, I would say even a lot of our government schools are good.
Yes.
But even then, there is so much of pressure. Why is there still that pressure to put your child still in that perfect school?
You know, the government schools, there were some government schools which have had a very good reputation, but over the years, somehow they're not working as they should be working. Therefore, the pressure, more pressure on private schools, because in private schools all teachers are accountable. You do a good job and you have your job.
Yeah.
You know, you don't perform, you're out of a job.
Basically,
but
the government needs to pull up the, the government schools, instead of, you know, working more on having reservations in private schools, they need to be working on their schools and, you know, pulling up the teachers and working into the curriculum.
They need to make the teachers accountable. It's very important.
Otherwise, if you go by the stats, government schools, they have the best of teachers.
Yeah.
The best, actually.
Most qualified.
And most qualified. They have
Because
to,
they're the best paid mostly.
and yes, they're the best paid.
Because
it's just that they're not
private
accountable.
And they don't have a dearth of funds. They have a lot of funds.
They have a lot of funds.
They've got big schools.
And look at
And
the
again,
areas
talking
they
about
have.
infrastructure, they've got
They
very
have
good
the best
infrastructure.
They have,
infrastructure.
look at the areas they have.
Yes.
You know.
So at the end of the day, again getting back, because okay, our government schools are lacking, would you say that when a parent putting their child, do they when they come to you, they feel that your school will guarantee a better future?
Yes.
Yes. That's why
That's
they
Yeah,
probably why they come,
that's
yes.
the,
I mean, come convent or any other
whenever
convent.
our parents do walk in our school, we do encourage them to apply elsewhere also. We always tell them that all the schools are the best. It's not like just Carmel Convent, and if you cannot get through Carmel Convent, it is the end of the world for you. All schools are good, but again I would go back to my earlier point, the pressures from the parents' side. But Chandigarh has a beautiful infrastructure, all schools are like at par, and there shouldn't be any pressure, especially now when there's a draw system.
You know, another thing is also that, you know, this another thing where when you select a school is that you don't want to send your child to a school where the number of students per class is very high. Because if your child is not among the highest, you know, the better ones, they will hardly get attention.
Yeah.
If there's 70 children per class,
I think
You know,
that is going away
with
now.
you, because you know what, even if you have 50 students in one class, and if we really open the doors, we'll have 75 kids sitting in the same class. It's just that we don't have the infrastructure. So when
how can a
that's what I'm saying, the
teacher,
pressure is from the
you know,
parents' side.
in a half an hour's period take care of 50 children?
We are not talking about that.
Yeah.
If I know
The point is, it's a convent school. You understand the cycle?
Yeah.
So that's where you want to put, whether they have 50 children or 75 children. That's irrespective.
That's my personal
So they again are not looking, they're looking at a convent educated,
yeah, just
because
the
that
convent
is,
education, and that's it.
and because that guarantees a good future for my child.
Yes, that's what everybody believes.
Do you think the school would give your child
Yes, the atmosphere is definitely a little
That's
different.
shifting.
It's
It's shifting
more
from there.
towards, you know, spiritual thing, and it's more all round. There is no materialism there. So I think that's why it is like they get more attention.
When you
But-
have new schools coming in, how do you kind of break that convent
No, I don't
bracket?
think earlier there used to be a thing when we were growing up.
School
on
like the
convent
Millennium.
schools.
I've studied in Carmel and I've taught all my life at YPS. So my school's a very happy blend of the best of a convent and best of a public school. So parents need to come and, you know.
Do you think there's a change now? There's a shift now? Possibly
yes.
there is like an informed parent who would not probably want to put a child, no matter how much of a name, in a 70 or a 50 batch. And
Yeah,
would
now
prefer-
there is. Now there is.
There is a way.
Parents are looking at the children-teacher ratio, and I don't know, but I do feel that the convent bond has broken a little. It's not so convent oriented anymore.
Do the parents push you to make the school better? Where do you kind of draw a line and say, no, I'm not going to listen to the parent?
No, they do. You do listen to them,
They do listen.
but you have to make an educated opinion.
Yeah.
You listen to the parents and you form your own opinion, and
They do take the feedback.
but we do regular feedback.
regularly.
So at the end, you would say that more feedback coming in, I mean a more brand school, so to speak, or a school which is more popular, would eventually keep doing better and better because you will get a lot of parents who are very interested.
Yeah, we hope so anyway.
You know, you do make an improvement. It's just, you, of course you brand the school, but you have to provide also. Otherwise, you know, the standard can
The
come
brand
down.
goes down. Yeah.
Anyway, education is a very dynamic.
Is
Yeah.
height very important for a school, ma'am?
But you have to give
In
quality.
today's scenario, yes, it is.
You need to have...
People need to talk about schools for people to want to admit their children to that school. Yes.
Right?
Your byproducts also have to be good. If you have few, you know, one of your batches does well, and then of course that it comes.
And again, it boils down to, okay, good education and also better board results at the end of the day.
Board results are now a CBSE school up to class 10. Really, board exams are not
Not there.
counted
Yeah,
anymore.
Yeah.
But yes, on the whole, children should do reasonably well in every field. I mean, we are very globalized now, right? We are no longer citizens of Chandigarh or India. We are citizens of the world. So all schools' effort is to have a child make his or her place in the world.
Well,
So everything is laid emphasis upon.
Dina, you want to say last words?
Yeah, I wanted to say that very often I do ask parents why they chose our particular
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
So a lot of them come and tell you that they see children byproducts, like they see children, older children in their vicinity or whatever, and they like what they see.
See, okay. So then,
So which is why they like their child to be like that too.
right. So that keeps you on your toes, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
it
thank
has
you
to.
so much for being with me. Well, at the end of the day, the question to be asked is, how much do you really care whether your child learns to swim or ride a horse in school? All we want is education, an education which will not only teach him ABC, but also to appreciate that all families are not the same, that there are some that can afford much better stuff for their kids and some that make their children value all that they have, and to teach our children to treat them all the same for whom they are rather than from where they come from. Well, that's all that we have in this edition of Prime. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.